Joining us now to discuss the state's efforts to support the federal crackdown on immigration is Tom Hudson, the senior economics editor with WLRN, our sister station in Miami. Tom, welcome.
Thank you. Great to be with you.
So let's start with this. State lawmakers defied Governor Ron DeSantis by passing their own immigration bill called the Tackling and Reforming Unlawful Migration Policy, or Trump Act. What do you expect this will mean for Floridians?
Well, it does mean that there is going to be potentially more law enforcement assistance for federal immigration enforcement officials, but certainly far from what Governor DeSantis had hoped for. This is kind of continuing along the lines that we've seen with local law enforcement working with federal immigration officials, particularly when individuals are already in local custody in a local county jail, that if there is a detainer request, the local county jail will continue to hold that individual awaiting for federal immigration officials. It also allows the state to monitor local law enforcement to ensure compliance with federal immigration enforcement. It pays local law enforcement to keep those individuals in those local jails awaiting for transfer to federal custody. But it does not mandate that local law enforcement fully comply with immigration officials or face big penalties. That's something that Governor DeSantis wanted in his own immigration bill. And I think also key, it ends in-state tuition discounts for students in Florida without legal status.
So, Tom, you regularly talk to business leaders from agriculture to hospitality to construction. What are you hearing from them?
Well, business leaders are not going to come out and support breaking any law, and certainly not breaking federal immigration law. They recognize that illegal immigration is a problem, and they also recognize that there are no simple, fast solutions to it. People without legal status, we have to remember, are workers. They do contribute certainly to our community when they are working. They're consumers, they're buying goods, they're paying sales taxes, for instance, and they're business owners themselves, right? And they're hiring individuals. So a lot of business leaders that I speak with here in South Florida would like to see immigration reforms go after those without legal status committing serious crimes. And that has been something that the Trump administration has been pretty clear on.
Do we have any sense how dependent the Florida economy is on folks who are not here legally?
We do have a pretty good sense of it. Florida obviously is the third largest state by population, so it has a sizable non-citizen population. And that includes, by the way, folks that have legal status but are not citizens, but also includes those without legal status. Non-citizen immigrants are about 12% of the overall workforce. So it's significant. That's about 1 out of every 8 workers in Florida are not U.S. citizens. Now, not all of them are without legal status, we should point out, but it is concentrated in certain industries. We've highlighted the construction industry in Florida, real estate and building real estate development, such a key part of the state economy for decades. Construction has a significant representation of non-citizen workers. Almost half of those working in the agriculture industry and in the fishing industry are those people who are non-citizens. And then also 1 in 6 transportation workers. And I might add as a side, a lot of healthcare workers, particularly home healthcare workers that may be part of the gray economy, are those that may not have legal status.
Tom Hudson, we thank you for your reporting and we thank you for your time. Thank you.
Thank you.